I'm with Hijazi Eid from the Palestinian Association for Mountain Sports Development. Now, Hijazi, what is the Palestinian Association for Mountain Sports Development?
Good morning, everybody. Actually, it's an initiative start as a dream or an idea in 2013 to create something for Palestinian youth, especially and in general for Palestinian people. The idea of this association actually to encourage Palestinians to go outdoor and for walking, hiking, climbing, and do different activities in the nature.
Is rock climbing unique here for Palestine?
Actually, we are like the pioneers in this kind of aspect, the climbing, because it's a new thing. Aspect because it's people they don't know about it before, we can say. So the idea actually was inspired by through my trips to Europe or other parts of the world when people were climbing, and definitely when watching people climbing on the TV. So we'd like to bring something for Palestinian people, as myself, as you know, my background in tourism and hiking and those kind of activities. So I thought of something special for Palestinian youth, because climbing is a kind of a way how to challenge your fear and to overcome your borders.
What's the vision and the mission of the organization?
Actually make Palestinians walking and hiking and go outdoor. Our mission actually to make as much as we can Palestinian families, children, women, girls, boys, everybody to participate in the activities in the nature, like hiking, climbing, biking, caving, camping, because nature is so beautiful and we need people to, again, to break the borders of fear. And they can't go out. They can go out and and to discover their own country.
Is that quite a challenge, because we live in a digital world where everyone's on their computers and on their laptops and their mobile phones, and they're sitting inside playing computer games? You want to get them outside in the nature.
It is a challenge that one side, and the other challenge is actually, the special situation of Palestine under the occupation and the settlements and the checkpoints, which is actually restricted a lot of mobilities. And a lot of families, they were afraid that, to let their children or themselves to be outside in the nature. So we worked hard to break this, stereotype that, it's our land and it's our country and we have the right to be out and to actually to overcome our fears and to go out and to discover it. So yes, we had different obstacles, as you said, the technology, and people they want to be always in their phones or computers, and the other, as you said, the other problem with the settlements and settlers and the occupation procedures in the nature.
Now you have an inside climbing wall here. Are they good for building a person's confidence?
Yes, it is, but actually we look for a bigger one. It's small, still as a start. We had this as a contribution and partnership with a French association in Grenoble. So they supported us with building this, with the experience and with the financial. And the Bethlehem municipality actually they give us the whole. Plus to this we have outdoor climbing in different rocks or cliffs in if I can say cliffs in Bettir, in Hebron area, in Hussan, Nahalin, in Marsaba, in Nablus. We have different areas for people that can climb or, playing down.
Is Palestine good for climbing?
It is, actually, yeah, maybe not, we don't have high cliffs like somewhere else, but we still have some. Actually, if talking about like, toward Jordan Valley, Dead Sea cliffs are so beautiful for high, and the rocks are really good in Palestine. And again, we just started like, some years ago, and we start in the beginning, and we find more people they like to do. But Palestine is really a good place for climbing. We have many places still to discover and to work on equipping them and preparing them for these activities.
I imagine this is team building and trust building as well.
Exactly, because climbing is, have to trust your colleague. And as a team, it is most important. And, teamwork is we call it the key of success. So we do work as a team.
I imagine there's lots of health benefits to doing this as well, is there?
Exactly, it's physically you have to build your body, and spiritual, I think, and psychologically. So climbing and hiking, because it's not only that, another actors in the nature. It's kind of use it a kind of healing way of debriefing and releasing your stress. Not only just you building your body, even you build your psychological, your self confidence and trust for others.
Must be nice when you see someone who's actually really, really scared to do it, but then they do it and they've overcome that fear.
Exactly. In the beginning, everybody has some fears. And so with time, you build this, confidence and self-confidence and trust with others. Definitely at the beginning, some people have, the phobia of heights. So step by step with, our experts who can train them how to be self-confident, how to trust others with the equipments, with these techniques that you can just overcome your fears. So by time it will be like some people, they want to make it like an addict. So if I use the word of addicts, addiction. So the people, they come to do it more and more because it's always something motivate you or push you to do more over and higher and more difficult.
Is it something that even the disabled can get involved in?
Good question. Actually, we have a new project for that. We have in our team some specialists for special needs, mentally or physically. Yes, it is important for them, and we are working on a project to involve and integrate these people in special needs to be part of the these activities and kind of integration in the community and feel they are normal. They can walk. They can, even for walking, if they can't walk on their foot, we can have a technique. I found it in France called Jouel, that that two people, they can help them in putting them like a mobile chair, and they pull them or push them in the nature and give them this opportunity to walk. For climbing as well, we have actually some children, they come from different associations here in Bethlehem, started work with us or practice with our experts here in the hall. Again, we have a project. We hope that we could get the fund for that to make it for more people and targeted more people in handicaps, because Bethlehem and Hebron, Jerusalem area has a lot of these in different kind of levels and aspects, not physically, mentally, or some psychological issues. So we have experts in that who can deal with these things. Just we are looking for actually the fund. The proposal actually is ready. We're looking for we contact some donors. We say inshallah that we can get some fund for that to start. But meantime, we receive some. For example, from Eid refugee camp, we have a Noor center. They come from time to time, from Laylak, from other centers. They come from time to time to practice with our experts.
You're a tour guide, so do you get people coming from all around the world to come and climb here?
Actually, not much. Some internationals who are locally now live in the country, either in Jerusalem or Bethlehem, they come with us. But as international destination, like for example, compared to Wadi Ram, no, actually not yet. But we look forward. We look forward actually to have some people to come especially for climbing in Palestine. Inshallah, one day we do that.
So at the moment, you're doing free training for women. Are you wanting to see more women get involved in this sport?
Yes, today we have a training session for women, but we train actually both sex, men and women, young, older, regardless the age. Yes, we are looking for more to involve, women in these kind of activities. Fortunately, we find more and more women are, willing to come and to join. As I said, not only for climbing, for caving, for hiking. Yes, we do.
Do you like to get out and mountain climb whenever you can?
Whenever we can, we do.
Yeah,
whenever possible, we do. Actually, according to the weather. Yeah. But for other challenges, we try to think it's not exists to go around. The settlers, we definitely have, our techniques. We avoid where they can, clashing points or because it's our country, and we try to be, move freely as much as we can. This is our challenge. So yeah, we do actually, organize almost weekly activities outdoor, and when there are demand, yes, we do.
What got you involved?
Actually, myself, as I say, I told you that I'm a tour guide for almost more than 24 years now. And I was the first in hiking in Palestine as a tour guide, professional tour guide. And then I love, nature. I've been as a farmer and from a child of a farmer family. And being in nature all the time, when we were kids, we were always climbing, the trees or the rocks for, either for, birds or for whatever, just for fun. And as well, when I've been abroad, I found it's very interesting to climb. So that, as it's part of my, let me say, nature. And as a sportive person, I like, hiking, climbing, do other things. So that brings me, but again, through my friends in Club Alba in France, it becomes more, professional in this aspect.
What's your hope for the future of the organization?
Yeah, definitely our dream that, this association will be spreading this culture of hiking, climbing, caving, cycling, all the nature sports, and more Palestinians, they can, get inspired and involved in these kind of activities. We see ourselves in the future as like, the masters in climbing, as like, a climbing school or big club for climbing to teach for different kind of techniques, because it's something we need to build on it and to make more people to be in this kind of activities. And the other activities, definitely like, teaching and training more people for, how to organize hikes and to be to local or hiking guides, or for caving and to discover more of the nature, or biking. So that's our, vision for the future, that, our association to be all over Palestine, contributing in distributing and developing this kind of activities and kind of sports in the nature.
What's your website, Facebook page for people who'd like to know more?
It is Palestinian Association for Mountain Sports Development, or PMSD, the Facebook Palestinian Association for Mountain Sports Development. That's, the Facebook, which is most of the activities. Instagram, we had again for the same name, PMSD, and the website is the same name.
Okay, Hijazi, thank you much.
With pleasure. Thank you, Paul.